Hello, welcome to another episode of the GNPS uGeneral Engineer. Njengenjwayelo, ngihlezi kukhona umuntu interesting. Nacos.
What he do, baby? What he do? It's me, bro. Nacos. It's weird. James always calls me trapping at the Nacos. Yo, let me holler trapping at the Nacos. You hear a voice note from James like, yo, bro, trapping at the Nacos. I'm like, yeah, that's me, bro. And yeah, it's me, Nacos. Welcome.
Before I met you,
Yeah.
Nami, I was with someone who just couldn't stop saying Nacos.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you gotta hurry up. I need to go to Nacos. Yeah, let me call Nacos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was speaking to Nacos.
Yeah.
Oh, Nacos.
Yeah.
Nacos. I'm like, yo, dude, let's go to
Let's
Nacos.
go to Nacos, yeah.
I was like, I'm like, yeah, I know I'm now because I need to see
who's
this person,
Nacos, who's this Nacos
you've
that you've
been
been talking about. Yeah, and I feel like that has forever been a part of me, you know, and I feel like sometimes it's my hospitality with people and how and what kind of relationships I have with them, you know. So in most cases, like, just like Otain, in the first time when he came to me, you know, I'm pretty sure he never even felt like, yo, I'm an outsider or what's on because I understand I'm always around creatives, and one thing that you always gotta do is make them feel comfortable, you know, irregardlessly. When it's music, when it's videos, if you do something comfortably, it comes out nice. You understand? So I think I took it from the music because it's the same thing. Even on the music, if you're not comfortable with doing something with me, it's gonna be hard for you to do it. So it means it's not gonna come out the way we want it to happen. So it's forever been like that. Like even where I stay, like my security guard always know, yo, bro, back phone and Nacos, yo, Nacos again, bro. Like, what do you do up there? And this one time he came up and he went upstairs just to like see what was going on. So it's like, now I see what goes on. I understand why these people love it. You're so blind, and I'm like, I'm there. I'm getting there.
No, you're absolutely right about what you're saying.
Yeah.
About yourself, because like even for me when I got there, I'm like, yo, the way Utaini was singing your praises, I expected a douchebag. You know, some nigga who's all about himself. And, you know, shit. And I'm like, yo, Aibo, you know, he's not uptight and he's welcome.
But it's chill. Yeah, it's chill vibes.
For me, it's rare that you come across people and they give you that respect.
Yeah.
Even though when maybe they've heard about you or they haven't even heard about you.
Yeah.
You know, and they give you that kind of respect. Yo, I know, I recognize who you are.
But I feel like for me, it's forever been something that I grew up with. You know, I'm from Mpumalanga actually. You know, so my parents.
Which part of Mpumalanga?
Nelspruit. I'm from Nelspruit. You know,
Nelspruit.
Yeah. I'm from Nelspruit. So growing up there, it's like first things first. But before you do anything, it's respect. You know, irregardless if you're older than me, if you younger than me or whatever. But like, respect. You know what I'm trying to say? And that has forever been like me. It's forever been a part of me, and I took it from a very young age, going up. You know what I'm trying to say? That irregardless, even if I don't know you, I can't judge and say I don't like you without even getting to know you. It might happen. Oh damn, bro, this nigga is actually a nice nigga. You know what I'm trying to say? And people most of the time when they get to know me, you understand? They're like, I thought same thing. I thought you were cocky, and I'm like, no, bro. It's not that. I feel like my work talks for me. You know, like. Someone would listen to something like, yo, this nigga is good. And when they get to my place, they're like, yo, bro, why are you so chilled? Like, you just lay back and like, do you understand what you have in front of you? Like, is it you? And I'm like, I feel like it's just that people always have that, what can I say? A persona that, you know, if you're an artist and if you're good, you gotta be cocky. You know, you gotta be cocky as a motherfucker and everybody gotta feel you. But with me, it's different, you know? I'm more chilled. But my work is cocky. Like, you're gonna feel it with, yo, bro, this is you. And I'm like, I'm just chilling, you know?
You make sure that the work slaps.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's forever been like one strong thing about me, you know what I'm trying to say, is that my work speaks for me. I don't have to talk too much, you know. I don't have to do this, you know. Things kind of like shape out its route, just like you. And I never thought I would be here, you know what I'm saying. But because of my work, you're like, nah, bro, I need you here, bro. I need you, you know. It must happen, you know. I'm that kind of person.
Even you know, there's back to when I first came to your studio, which is your place as well.
Yeah.
The way, like I said, the way that you were, the person that you were, from the instance of us meeting, I was like, yo, this is a real good dude.
Yeah, I'm a child.
And that said to me, and this is a nigga I'd want to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where the part of you being an interesting person comes from.
Yeah.
Because of the person that you are. And the work that you've done is just like a bonus.
It's just
like,
a bonus.
Yeah, by the way, he's also a good producer.
Yeah.
I won't catch it. You're not a hip hop, R&B. I feel
just,
like you're a music producer.
And that's what. Let's put it. That's why I always wanted it to be that way. You know, at first it's very typical because I was a house DJ. You know, I was playing house and I was producing. I was making a hell lot of house records, and throughout that process, I felt like I wasn't growing because I was just doing mainly house, and I didn't. My plan was to become a producer, not a house producer. You know, I wanted to go out and do even bigger things. So that's what happened. And when I was still a house DJ, I felt like, yo, bro, I want to be able to rock up and make a Maskandi beat. And, you know, no one would have ever thought, no, Nacos would have made a Maskandi beat. I don't want to be labeled or put in a category to say, okay, fine, you're a house producer, you know, you are a hip-hop producer. I just wanted to make music, bro. Like, music is forever being the first. Like, I just want to make music, regardless if it's house. I find, like, I meet a lot of people. Some of them, they come like, yo, can you please make us, you know, an Afro pop beat? And I've never done it, you know, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna give it to you, and then.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
How do you go about making like in that instance, if when somebody asks for an Afro beat, type of beat, and you haven't made that before? What's your process to you finding sound?
My process, bro. First things first. I listen to music. I don't have the same thing. I don't have a specific genre to say. I listen to house or I listen to this. You know. So, if I know I have to work with that, I'll go do my research first. I'm an artist, and then listen to them and listen to how. Because I'm a structure. They're always different. Even when you're making a house beat and when you're making a hip hop beat or when you're making an R&B beat. The structures are different, so you gotta follow the formula. So what I do is I listen to music. I love music so much, bro. I listen to a lot of music. I don't have like a genre to say, you know what, I listen to hip hop, as I said. So that's what happens. And then after I've done listen, you know, and I've listened to it, and I think, okay, fine, you know what, let me sit down. I know my JW so much, you know. I'm like, okay, if I want it to feel like this, then what do I do? And then I start, because most of the time for me, when I make a beat, it goes with feeling on how I feel, you know. So if I'm feeling motivated that, yo, I want to get this thing done, I have to, because I need to secure this client who's coming with this. And it actually, I don't know how I do it, bro, and it comes out very nice, you know. And it's like, but you were I thought you were a hip-hop producer. And I'm like, no, bro, don't label me as a hip-hop producer. I produce everything, you know.
Anything goes.
Yeah, bro, like, you know, as long as, for me, as long I've got a good ear, as long as it sounds nice, you know, as long as what you coming with is nice, and then we're gonna work on it. Because I feel like I'm at a point where I don't take this as, like, you know, playing time where you're gonna come and you want to try out something. I take this seriously to a point where when I make songs, I want to make songs that are solid and they're good, and when people listen to, that's why I spend a lot of time, bro. Like, I spend a lot of time trying to mix and master, because that's the most important part of, like, making a song, you know. And people don't actually get that, you know. People think, okay, I record a song, it's one of the biggest songs, But like you can record a very nice song, but when you play it to people, it's not even that nice because why? There's certain things that you didn't do accordingly. So I think I respect. I know I respect my craft, but I can't say I think because I think I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
It took me so like a very long time to get music out there. You know, I've just been a producer. You know, making music, a lot of music that stayed in my room. But I know why, because I wasn't satisfied as in like I want to give this out. You know what I'm trying to say? So. I feel like it comes with I'm a perfectionist. I would like to say that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to say that.
What if you were to name drop a few?
Yeah.
What are some of your proudest projects that you've had a finger on? Where is it? Apart with Nacos.
Yeah.
Nacos.
Yeah. I feel like the first one that I was actually proud of, it was Fix.
Yeah.
The State of Mind thingy, you know, because it was a bit different because he's from the UK, right? Even the sound is a bit different. It's a bit more aggressive. And bro, I grew up, you know, looking up to people like Makwa, you know, South African based producers like Makwa, your Lunatic, you know, your Rough. So imagine now trying to make something which is like not in that caliber. So it was a bit like I had to step out of my comfort zone, but I managed, you know what I'm trying to say? And it came out nice. And for me, I felt like that was like kind of like maybe the third project that we had released, you know, but I felt like, you see, with this one was nice because even me, I was comfortable with when making it, even with the sound, when I listen to it, I'm like, okay, it can get better, but it's better. You know what I'm trying to say? So another one is like, it's not, I don't want to talk about it, but like, you know, I've been working with MJ, so I'm going to shout out MJ, and we have a very nice tape coming out soon. I just don't know when, you know.
Very nice tape.
Yeah, it's very nice, and I feel like, you know, as I said, like a relationship goes a long way, and it's the same thing with Ufixi. He's my friend as well, as much as I'm his producer. Even with MJ, it's the same thing, and I feel like a relationship as well plays a huge role, you know, because sometimes I stay up all night making beats for these people because it's like I want them to make it, you know, like I make sure what's, you know what, I'm gonna work as much. They don't know about it, you know what I'm trying to say, but I'm gonna work hard for them because they're my friends as well as much as they're artists. So that's why throughout that process I'm very comfortable, you know, even trying out new sounds, you know, rather than like working with people that I really don't know. It's nice, but it's like I'm not me, you know. But like if it's me and MJ and we make a very good song and she trusts me to be like, okay, fine. I'm thinking, let's try this, you know. Let's just try this, and it works out, and we're like, damn, bro. So I feel like even a relationship plays a very big role. So with those two, and another one is that with James, I'm as much as I'm working more in the background, but like I've been a fan of James ever since. Like it was weird when James said like, yo bro, I need you to mix mine. And I'm like, James, because me and my friend, when was it, 2016, we used to listen to James a lot. We used to bump James a lot, you know, we used to listen to him. And I was like, yo, this like this guy, I heard Woodsy by UK's at the end of the time. They're like,
yeah.
That was a time where it was the Royals, you know, and they were making very good music, and they were already doing what I wanted to do, you know. And I was like, you see, these are the guys. And it actually came out weird now. James is like, yo, bro, I want you to, you know, work on this, you know.
Yeah.
And I felt honored. I was like, yo, shout out, you know what I'm trying to say. And I feel like with him as well, like his project, as much as, you know, it hasn't been released yet, same thing. But I feel like it's solid, you know. It's
solid.
It's solid. Like it's very important to take out something which is solid. It doesn't really matter if you have like 20 tracks, you know. But the question is, are all the 20 tracks solid? Or you can have like a short thing which is like 7, but all of them are solid. So James one is solid as well. And I've worked with one of my friends called Ufiz Nae. He's from Joburg. Fizz is good, you know, he's good, but me and him had a bit of like conflict, so yeah, but because, you know, things happen, you know.
What causes friction between producer and artist?
No, you know what I've realized is one thing, right? Is that producers throughout, we've always been looked upon. It's like it's easy for you to how can I say this, to recognize MJ than to recognize me. You know what I'm trying to say? Because they are the face of whatever is happening. But at the same time, what people don't understand is that I'm a producer, right? I gotta eat as well as much as you eating. Same thing, you know, as much, because this is work, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not just playtime where we just do stuff, you know. So okay, fine. Certain things happen, you know, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not getting royalties from this, you know, and fully, that's my beat, bro.
Why isn't a producer getting royalties on a song?
Because, bro,
in this day and age.
Because most of the time, right, like niggas are they're very, especially artists, yeah, they like now you take a song, right, you're gonna register it at SAMRA, you know, you don't even mention, would say I've got, you know, a thingy, a hand. Maybe you say you produce the beat, because it's your body of work, and you coming to them. I mean, I didn't protect my beat as well, you know. So for me, it was forever being like that. Like people don't actually want to pay my royalties, or it's sort of it's.
But now, do you copyright your beats now?
Bro, yeah, like now that I'm, you know, I know how things work, you know, and I've seen how things, now I do, bro, like I can send you a beat, and if you use it, you're gonna get copyrighted, like, yo, this thing, because now I think I understand, I'm starting to understand, like, the business side of it, because back then I was just making music because I loved music, you know what I'm trying to say, but for so long, I've been making music, and I've asked myself, what did you achieve from this music that you've been making? And I looked around, and it's like nothing. You know, but like now I'm in a different space, and you can ask me like, yo, what do you do with this and this, and I can show you, bro, I just bought like a brand new laptop, and this is what's happening. You can actually see, because what people don't understand as well is like music is a business. You know, as much as it's more of like what you love to do, but at the end of the day, you gotta think of it corporately. You know what I'm trying to say, and I feel like even a lot of producers, they suffer from that. They don't look at this thing as like, yo, this is a business, or, you know, this is, you know, and you gotta balance both. You know what I'm trying to say? The love of it and the business side of it. That's what a lot of, you know, great producers and artists do. You know what I'm trying to say? It's more of love, but at the same time, I'm doing this thing corporately. Imagine you doing, you know, what you love and getting paid for doing what you love. It's the best feeling ever, bro. You know, because I don't think I see myself in a 9 to 5. You know, that's why I'm so serious about my craft, is because I don't see myself waking up, going to work, and be like, okay, this is my work. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I love music so much. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, I have to think about the corporate side of it and be like, okay, fine. Tiny, you want the beat? This is the amount. You know, irregardlessly, we homies, we know homies. Yeah. This is what it is, and I feel like it even goes down to respect, as like you see wanting me to grow, because it doesn't, you paying me doesn't really mean, I would say, you know, you've given me much, you know what I'm trying to say, but like you've helped me grow. So I always look at it in that perspective. I would say, if you want me to grow as a producer, sometimes just, you know, throw a bag and be like, yo, bro, I got a bag. A producer will forever be happy. They'll forever cherish you, you know. Sometime you made a lot, and you're like, yo, bro, I'm trying to buy you speakers. You know, I've seen that your speakers ain't really working that much. So, you know, so it goes a long way, you know, rather than like you wanting to eat on your own. And that's why a lot of producers now start rapping, you know, because they want to be on the spotlight as well. I want to eat, bro. Like, I've got bills to pay, my nigga. I've got bills to pay. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
That's another thing. Like, I tend to think about it. It's like, why do producers see the need to rap? Like,
they're not getting the shine that they think they deserve, bro. Because, you know, as a producer, you do most of the work, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm telling you, I can make myself sound nice, and, you know, the same way I make you sound nice. So it's a vela, I can do it. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm out here in the backseat, and I'm making you millions. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm not really, so niggas kind of like feel left out, because those are people who want to be on the spotlight, to be like, I want to be known. Like, I want to, you know, rather than like with me, I'm fine behind the scenes, bro. You know, that's that's where I'm comfortable at, you know. It would be so weird for me now. I'm rapping, yo, this is Nacos. It would be, you know, because that's the, as I said, like I want to do something when I'm comfortable in doing it. You know what I'm trying to say? And
do you write though? Like
sometimes,
you write to some of your beats?
Yeah, I do. I don't want to lie. You know, it's like I kind of have like an idea of how this thing would actually come out as like an output, you know. So sometimes I jot down ideas to be like, okay, this and this and this and this and this and this, you know. And even when the artists come, I'm like, okay, fine, I've got this beat, you know, and it's very nice. But I have an idea which is like this, but like if you don't like it, you can carry on with your idea. But like, I think this is gonna sound nice, you know. And even one of like MJ's biggest song, you know, we sat down together and we're like, okay, fine. Where do you want to take the song to? You know, it's not just like you as an artist, you know, just doing your own thing. You know, it's even me as a producer having like a hand into be like, okay, fine, you know what? Why don't you do this and this and this and this, and it's gonna come out like this and this and this, because I know, you know what I'm trying to say, and I've made the beat, and I've, you know, making a beat, bro, you listen to a beat like 20,000 times, bro. Like, it just keeps on playing like the whole time, and you're still gonna listen to it when you're recording. Like, you listen to it, so you know, you understand. And
you know a lot about the beat. You know when what is going to happen.
You know, and just like I said, like the structure of the beat as well. You know, as I said, like it can happen that this is the intro, and when it gets here, the elements comes in. I know, okay, fine, that's the hook. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why those elements are changing there. So I was thinking, what's it? Just make it the hook. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? And that's how I made the beat as well. But at the same time, you feel like, nah, I don't want the hook to come in there. We changed the whole thing. So it's not like...
So you changed the whole pattern.
Yeah, you understand? So that's where it comes in, even like a difference between a producer and a composer. That's where it comes in.
So that's the moment when the artist is like, oh shit, I didn't think this was gonna take a lot of work like this.
Yeah, you know, and
and then if they don't want to put in the work, it's like, then produce.
You know, you know, and that's why it goes back to what I was saying. Like, I work with people that I have a good relationship with more, because I'm able to voice up my opinion with like an open heart, to be like, Fix, I was thinking that, you know, we could change the structure and do this. And when we do that, and then it's like, oh damn, bro, like it slaps. And I'm like, I told you, you know, as much as you wanted it to happen that way, but we have that kind of relationship, you know. But with I work with other people as well, and you get there and you even scared to like, yo, bro, I think, you know, this ain't, you know. And I'm like, you know. And
so that's when people start sounding bad.
It's not even about that, but I feel like with the sounding bad, is always I kind of blame producers as well, bro. With me, I'm a very open person. Like, if that shit ain't sounding good, I'm gonna tell you, and if you want it anyway, then take it. You know what I'm trying to say? You can get to my place and record a song. I'm like, yo, bro, as much as maybe I even made the beat, you know, but I'm not really vibing with it. It's not really a nice song, you know what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, the decision is yours. You know what? Because I can say that song ain't nice, and it goes out and goes have like, you know, a lot of attention and all that. I'm not good. It's not like I'm a prophet or anything. You know, you can always stand by your work and be like, nah, this is my work and I fucks with it. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the end of the day, I'll voice out my opinion to be like, bro, I don't think this is the one, my nigga. Because it's the same thing. Even when in the process of making...
Has it happened? Would you be wrong?
Me?
In cases like...
Yeah, I think it has happened like twice with Fix, you know? Yeah, and I was wrong, you know what I'm trying to say? And I did tell him as well, like, yo, I was wrong, you know what I'm trying to say? This shit actually slaps, you know what? Because...
What do you think causes that? Is it that you just underestimating...
No, I feel like at the same time it comes from, you know, as I said, like you listen to something a lot of times, and when they're at that recording space, I've been listening to this beat for like 45 minutes or well, I've been working on it the whole night, and it's just you get your ears get tired, bro. Like they're not hearing what other people are hearing, because mind you, you've been listening to this thing is being playing, so it has to happen, you know. And sometimes I say, that's why I'm saying, would say, it's not that all the time I'm right, you know what I'm saying, but 90% of the time I'm right.
You never come wrong when it comes to your work.
Because I told you I've got a very good ear when it comes to music in particular. Like me and my friends would even bet and be like, okay, they release a song, right? And I listen to it and I'm like, nah, this is one of the biggest songs. Just give it like 3 months. It's probably going to be the biggest. And they're like, nah, we don't think so. And we put money on it, you know? And 4 months down the line, it's one of the biggest songs. It's playing everywhere. When you go and get a haircut, you can see it on TV. And you're like, and I'm like, yo, I told you. It's the same thing.
You must count me in. You must count me in these battles. I'm sure I can take some money from you.
Yeah,
guys.
you. But I wouldn't know. But I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on.
I'm very good at smash it.
That's what I'm saying. Even me, I've got a very good ear when it comes to music. You know,
Smash
I can. It's the same thing, right? We're having a conversation, and I told them like, yo, bro, just give Loki a period of like 7 months. You know what I'm trying to say?
And then
Loki, bro. I was like, give Loki a period of like 7.
Loki got the verse like I'll post it.
On is it the song with Chili's, or is it the
Chili's?
Bro, like the first time it's fire.
He's been,
you know, as he's been at it, and I feel like I know Neon Dao and Max, and I used to go visit them when they were living at the loft, you know. And every time when they would play some stuff, but when Uloki comes in, and just one guy called Space, I don't know where he is now, but when Loki comes in, you can feel in the bit in his presence. He's not here to play. You know what I'm trying to say? He's here to do what, and he's nice with it. You know, so we spoke about it. And it's like, yo, get this nigga like 7 months, bro. Like it's just a matter of like getting the right exposure and meeting the right people. It's gonna take it to a different level.
Loki, ruler.
Yeah. Definitely, bro.
Provided
definitely.
he does what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Which is make sure he doesn't get into shit.
Yeah. And that's for sure, my nigga. I can't. It's one thing that I can't. You know, Loki is good, bro. That nigga is. Even on a song, you can. You know, I fucks with his confidence. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, bro, as a rapper, you gotta be confident. I feel like it's one thing that you always have to have in your backpack, to be like, yo, even when you go into a verse, you're confident. You know what I'm trying to say? Because with rappers are known to be, you know, they've been the cockiest. It's always been a competitive game. You know what I'm trying to say? So they must feel you even when you track. You know what I'm trying to say? Because as I say, every time when I listen to Loki, I'm a versatile Loki when it comes on a track, bro. Here's what I would say. The moment he says, "Where ma," you know, you know what I'm trying to say. He's yeah, and I feel like another thing. I feel like it's because I relate more to him, you know. And for me, it's weird, bro. If I tell you something, I don't look up to Lil Wayne and all those other people. It's weird for me as well, you know. As I said, I get inspired like locally because I feel like if we're trying to grow our sound, as Lamzan says, well, we need to start looking at, you know, our home artists. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm artist A to play them. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why, as I said, like my favorite producer is Raf of all time. You know what I'm trying to say? Of all times, like I don't care. You can tell me about Kanye West, but I don't relate. You know, I don't relate with them that much. That Yabona, the first time I had a African trap, as like, you know, the songs that we, bro. First time I mean it dropper, I couldn't. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't know if, you know, if Orafa produced it or what, but like the sound, you know, because he mainly, when MT came through and he was their main producer, most of the stuff, listen to his Java, bro. Like, listen to his Java sound. Like,
it never misses the spot.
you know what I'm saying? Us Java and everyone always, bro. Like, I feel that's what I'm saying. Like,
have you listened to Ubuhle Bendana?
Bro, I was playing it the other time, and I was like, you know,
that's a
well produced album.
Well produced.
And it goes back to, as I was saying, like, if we're trying to grow our sound as like, just like look at the Nigerians, right? In the US, they play this shit irregardlessly. But you know why? It's because they've got a sound now. It's authentic. Hey, bro, they don't even hear what they're saying. But you're gonna vibe with it. You know what I'm trying to say? But with us, you get here and it's like, niggas always wanna do something which is already there, which is already, you know, and we're trying to hide under their carpet, because I believe everything is a one of one, you know. A one of when it's the second time, like maybe a one of two, the second one ain't really that, you know, because it has been done the first time. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. We're trying to go globally, but we go there with what they know, with what they have, with what
they already have it.
They already have it, bro.
Like, completely, then they start sounding foreign to the rest of us.
You know what I'm trying to say? But like, I was so happy when, you know, as I said, MT got like recognition, or Java like outside, because and then I knew it's okay, fine. We're going somewhere as like taking the South African music sound to their side, you know. What's it? Even when, let's say, I drop something, you know, people from the state, they already have it, they're already listening to it. And it's the same thing that Davido and all of them niggas from Nigeria did. That sound was so authentic, and you can't get it anywhere else. But you go in Nigeria to like get that particular sound. And eventually, manje, you go to the UK, they're playing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Burna Boy is big in the UK as much as it's big in SA. You know what I'm trying to say? But like, and then you ask yourself, where do our South Africans go wrong in terms of like sound-wise?
We always want to copy.
Yeah, and
copy and paste.
Yeah, it's always that. You know what I'm trying to say? But like,
as for no, we have my language are interesting, Gabi. Mangabul kuluma, and you try and create a rhyme script, a rhyme scheme. Hey. Uphuma manye ama punchline. I'm pro kid.
Yeah, that's so true. And I feel like it's, as I said, like it's very important us as South Africans as well to embrace it, you know, because how much did they start sounding like them, because sounding like these people, because we don't even support them as a Angabantu, you know. It's better for you to support Usama Walker than to support MJ.
This is advice in Afisa and Wineza. Anyone that's into hip hop or music, if you turn to music, whether you turn R&B, neo soul, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, however you do it,
it's so important, bro.
Hey, izohlala ayina choice. Yabona ilokuzana mina I go to weird spaces. Like I could be somewhere out running and I'm playing this music. Don't lie. Would sit down and fucking listen to the music.
Akawazi the music.
But the fact that ukhuluma ngale language ayizwayo,
understand that.
It gets to them very quickly. Umbuza umuntu ethi, "Hey, ngiyawuthanda lo music wakho." Just a random person. Angimazi. So there's something about ulim lagin lolukhulumayo.
It's alright, Lapo, you know, general. It's so, and we as you were speaking about it on the other episode, they would say we don't even embrace it that much. The fact that, you know, we have this language, and you know it's versatile. You have Sutu, you have Zulu. Like there's a lot of different kinds. But
25K, hey.
Bro, talking about 25K, you know, I just feel like people don't. Maybe it's because they don't understand what 25K is saying. But trust me, 25K is the next big thing. For sure. For sure. I'm saying it, bro. I'm saying, because, you know, first of all, it's got the source. You know what I'm trying to say? It's got the flow. And when you listen to his rhymes, you know, if you understand, I understand Sutu. You know what I'm trying to say? and so on. If you understand, then
bro, if you understand what
the boy is saying,
and the way he places the words,
bro, I'm scared. Like I even wrote on my Twitter. I was like, people. I don't think people are ready for 25K. You know, because me personally, it's like I fucks with his music. You know what I'm trying to say, and he's authentic with it. He's like a Lil Wayne, but from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, and doing it in his own language. And bro, that's beautiful. Confidence when he comes in. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, now a lot of artists are starting to catch up with, like, you know, this home language thingy, you know, your the language that you used to, cause Uti Koala as well, she's been coming in with the thingy, bro, like with the raps, you know you know what I'm trying to say. And as Touchline as well, like there's a lot of them. Loki as well. That's why we fucks with Loki, because I relate more. Black Diamonds, bro, they just right now they're just on another level. They're just on another wave. You know what I'm trying to say?
And
they're nice with it.
All you want, but mina game lo ashuni yashaya.
I mean, showcase straight out.
If you look at the numbers don't lie. The song is doing very well.
But it's the same thing as I was saying. Like they're still doing what everyone is doing, but they're doing it in what they're comfortable in, and which is their language, their mother tongue, and they make it sound nice, bro. Like, you know, I'm not Zulu like that, you know. But some of the things I don't even understand what they're saying, right? But I'm like, it sounds nice, because at the end of the day, when you're trying to make it big as they are taking it now, you gotta think sonic wise as well. You know what I'm trying to say? It's very important to be like, okay, do you think that like a lot of people are gonna listen and they're gonna understand? And you know what I've realized is that it's the same thing. They use like melodies that we know, melodies from church that you sing from church.
Wait,
and
it's like
that's what I'm saying.
It's a mixture.
Yeah, and I feel like now I'm starting to understand it, because I'm working with an artist, Uche Skills. Shout out Uche Skills. And Uche is making me start to understand like what goes on and how this records come through. You know what I'm trying to say? Because most of them, bro, it's anthems that we know. You know, just like what's the song? MT Umtung Aband.
Yeah.
It's a song that we all know, bro. Like it's something that we know.
It's a common phrase.
It's there. You just took it and make it a ghetto anthem. And when you're there, even when I'm at home, I can play that song and my mom would vibe with it. They'll be like, umtung abantu, nang umtung abantu. You know what I'm trying to say?
So, like, like, it's called Ipo Up.
Yeah, Ipo Up.
Mongazi, when we're just out, Kanti bro, story spoke what?
Is it from the album Umanando?
Umanando.
Yeah.
Umanando.
Yeah.
Fuck, how can I forget this? What did she slip? But yeah, hey, go listen to that track.
Mm-hmm. It's very powerful.
It's reference of Ilin. But people on the other side, they don't know what's happening.
What's happening on the inside?
Yeah, it's something like that.
But yeah, and as South Africans, you know, start to even embrace our artists, as I was saying, like, you know, because slowly but surely, bro, like our music, bro, like music wise, you know, quality wise, we there. You know what I'm trying? But I feel like for the past 7 years, you know, especially the hip hop scene, it hasn't been growing.
Can I just explain what we mean by saying we need to embrace the local sound?
Yeah.
The reason why we need to do that, it's because if we do that, then we can actually benefit something out of this thing.
Yeah, that's so true.
When in that sense, I'm talking financially. This can have a positive financial implication in the black community.
Yeah.
Like South Africa specifically. Because it's black people, they come from black families. So
that's so true.
It's good for us to support, because they're speaking in languages Eswazi, that we can easily refer to. Yabo, more than umuntu wakwenye indawo. And akade ngibuka ingoma le ka Master G.
Which one? Oh, Master KG.
Master KG.
Yo, yeah, Jerusalem. I think
Jerusalem.
it was training. Wild. It's wild. You know what I'm trying to say?
It's wild. It's everywhere. Like in Jamaica, people doing dance routines to it.
But that sound is South African. That sound. Like
it's from the same
hymns
that common hymns.
Thank you.
That exist amongst black people.
Thank you. And as I say, like we forget and we don't embrace it that much. You know what I'm trying to say? We've got so much power. You know, so much power.
And when I heard Upena Boy on the remix.
On the remix one, you know what I'm trying to say? And yeah. And I would say when we stay authentic to our stuff, you know, even people start to think it's cool and then just start doing what we do as well. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's very important, bro. Like we need to start, as I say, we need to start looking at it from a different perspective to be like, we need to support these people more. We need to actually focus. As I said, like it's weird how a lot of people ask me, bro, like, you know, who's your favorite rapper? And I'm like, so and so, who's just like from SA, and they're like, nah, bro. But I was like, bro, it's weird how these people from outside, right? They talk about gangbanging. Bro, where I'm from, I don't know no gangbanging. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. It's a different kind of style. And then Celestic Mike comes. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name wrong, but Celestic Mike.
Celestial.
Yeah, Celestial.
Mike.
Yeah, it comes in with the same kind of thing, you know, but with the language that I understand and with stories that are from home. It hits home. You know what I'm trying to say? It makes me feel a sense of belonging rather than like niggas are talking about gangbang, bro. I've never been into one. You know, niggas are talking about, you know, slaying drugs as much as like we do slay here in SA as well.
But it's not that.
But it's not like that. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not. It's weird for me. Like I listen to a song and like I say kids like, nigga been gang banging, and I'm like, bro, what do you mean you been gang banging, bro? You know what I'm trying to say? Because and you find songs from Ite Pagayanga which he speaks about Soweto, you know, and as I said, it hits home because I've been to Soweto. When he's telling me, you know, kanje, you go to the spot to have this kind of vibe, it rings in my head and I'm like, yo, I've been to that spot. Yo, it was nice, bro. The last time we went there, it was dope. You know what I'm trying to say? But like, that's how it's forever been with me. You know what I forever, even way. I used to I listen to what TKZ. Those are the people that I used to look up to, you know, and I wanted to do quite because of those people. I started listening to Oli Wayne and all the other people like afterwards, you know. But the first people that I used to do, TKZ or what's this guy, or Sabel Kamala Kamalbes, I think it's Umtu, yeah, and Opraundesh. Those are because I grew up with. I'm from the hood, bro. You know what I'm trying to say, and those were ghetto anthems. Regardless, like when that song plays, you know it's going down. You know, Feli says a shoe, and that's where it comes from. And forever had that with me. Would say, I'm inspired locally. It's just been me. You know, I don't, as I said, I don't look at Kanye West to say Kanye West is one of the biggest producers for me personally. You know, as much as he is with the work that is done, but I'm inspired locally, bro. That's forever been
locally. Who are your favorites? Who are some of your favorites?
In terms of what, like you can separate the producers, bro. Producers, like I know Lunatic is there for a fact, you know, and Raf as well.
Hey, Lunatic,
no, as what's Lunatic? His for me, I feel like he is a pioneer. He pioneered the sound. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the kind of people that I kind of like look up to. You know, not people who ride the sound, but people who pioneer sound. And Lunatic, when UKO came back with Okarakara, what do you think were making those beats, bro, that you were dancing to? That was Lunatic. You know what I'm trying to say? That was Lunatic, and he's been doing it for so long, you know, and that's why I say, like, I look up to a lot of like pioneers, you know. Same thing as I said, Raf is a pioneer. Makwa, Makwa, he pioneered his own thing, which is Umzonkongo, and it brought Questa to a whole different level because Questa was doing his thing way. He was doing whatever he was doing, but like when Marco came into the picture with the sound that he was coming in, it just escalated to a whole different like a whole different thing. So I always look up to those people, Marco, Lunatic, Raf. Who else? Oh, Neo Ndao as well, bro. I look up to the nigga, as much as we know each other like that, but I look up to him because, else.
Neo and I get.
Yeah, bro, like, you see the first time I went to the loft, right, when they had the loft. Bro, I remember that night we were drinking, and they were making a song. They were making this one song, Ispani, that came out from a tape, but which is like the loft tape. It would give us time, I think so. There was a song with Utino, which is like Ispan and Uneo. When I got there, I couldn't believe it, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I sat down,
made this.
Bro, honestly, I swear, after that night, I feel like my production level has changed in a very big way, because I went home. I couldn't even sleep. We were drinking. I was a bit tipsy. I got home. I have the laptop. I said, there's no way. It's the same thing. This is like the same thing. And, it motivated me to a different kind of... That's why I always say I'm inspired locally. I listen to, a lot of artists that are local than I do from, like, outside.
Hey, that's been me. Like, I've been on a mission just to clear up my music library. Like, especially in hip hop, like more predominantly hip hop. Like, it's okay. All the internationals, they're out. If I do want, not to say I won't listen to them because that would be just ridiculous.
That's gonna be ridiculous.
I can't do that because this shit is good anyway.
This shit is good.
Yeah, but
we can't take that. Yeah, we can't take that away from.
But see, at the same time, I'd like to be at a point where I love local, like I love international. Yeah,
and that's so important, bro. It's the same thing. That's how I feel. It's easy for me. It's weird, but I support these people without even them knowing. I buy music, and I feel like by me doing that.
Now I told myself, if I'm ever buying anything on iTunes, Spotify,
locally, it has to be like that, because as I said, like, it's a very cliche saying, but like they say, charity begins at home, and it's very important. That's why, as I said, like I buy the music, without even them knowing, what I'm trying to say, and I fucks with them without even them knowing. But like, it's like I feel like I did my part, I can't expect the whole, like, everyone to start looking at things from a different perspective, while me, myself, and I'm not doing anything about that. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, when you look at my library, it's mainly, mostly for 90%. It's people that are from SA. It's people that it's even likely for me to bump with you on the road and be like, this is the nigga. You know what I'm trying to say? It even gives me that drive as well to be like.
And some of the projects, like, because when you play, it's like you get that personal element.
Yeah.
And then it's like you connect. It's like,
it's talking about XYZ, and yeah, I think I've always been that person who I don't want to be a producer, just be a producer. I want, as I said, like, I look up to pioneers. I want to as well pioneer something that's gonna leave a blueprint to be like, this was made in SA. You know what I'm trying to say? Irregardless of what's in one scene, you can't find it anywhere else. You can only find it here in SA. And I feel like I'm still in that kind of process where I want to create something which has a blueprint. You can't, once on YouTube as about Nacos type of beat, then know what you're doing. You
it's left, it's marked.
Yeah, it's marked, like it's there. It already has a mark. Once you go on YouTube and you see Java type of beat, and then okay, like people actually want to see this kind of beat, you know, and you've already made that mark. It's already the blueprint, you know. So I feel like even me as well, I don't just want to be a producer, bro. You know, I want to kind of like have a blueprint. What's it, you know, if this happens, I will not cause it, bro. I know it. don't even tell me who it is before you even hear my tag. You know what I'm trying to say? You know it's you know what? This is Nacos. You know, so I feel like it's very important as well to have like a solid sound which is yours. You know, same thing. Zuchi Coke Dope. That sound is he owns that sound, bro. Like if you try and do something like, even people gonna say, "I kopelu Zuchi," you know, it's not even about what's it. No, you did a nice bit. They're gonna say, "Nah, you copied Zuchi. That is Zuchi style." You know, they don't say what's it. No, you made a nice trap beat. Now I'm gonna say, I found no Zuchi. Like, this is like Zuchi.
I was Zuchi. Hey,
you know, and
that's another producer.
I respect him so much. I just forgot to mention him as well, and Umesh Beats, but I respect them. You know what I'm trying to say, because Uzuchi as well. Uzuchi is good, and I've forever known he's forever been good, because I sometimes do visit in Pretoria, you know, and when you're in Pretoria, even way back, you would know about Zuchi. There's a nigga called Zuchi Koto. Before he was even you see, before he was even up there, before the freedom of fame with who Blacklist. Nah, I'm talking about way to be like, nah, bro, there's a nigga called Zuchi. In the city, bro, like you just know, everyone knows what's okay.
Like in JP, that's way back.
That's way back, but that's what I'm saying. I would say people only know Zuchi now that is like, you know, now that is even an artist to come out and be like an artist, you know, to come up and start doing things. But for us who loves the background scene, you know, we know, you know what I'm trying to say. Uzuchi forever respected the nigga, you know. It's just that now he has found his sound and he has mastered his sound. That's why every time when you know this is a Zuchi Coke Dope beat, before even that tag comes in, you know what's Uzuchi, you know, and he has made that mark for himself to be like, there's a lot of trap beats and blah blah blah, but like his trap thing is different. It's just you know, and it's there, and you know what's it, Zuchi, Coke Dope, irregardlessly, you know what's it, this is him. So I feel like, as I said, like it's very important to have something which is yours, to be like, this is my blueprint. Same thing, Uichi, the guy who produces for Pretty Ugly, who used to, I think I'm not sure if they're still together. That guy, I knew that just by this, Wichi 1080, Wichi 1080. That guy has, if he's out of this world, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why I feel like people don't give him that much of recognition, because he's a pioneer as well, and his sound is different. Corner this one snare, you know what's up. If that snare hits, it's game over. Like, it's game. You don't even have to. It doesn't even have. It's only now that it's got a tag. You didn't even have to like be like, who produced this? Because that snare behind, you're like, damn, bro. Uzuchi came back. Uichi came back with this sound now. You know it's forever been him, and that's why, as I said, like, you gotta pioneer a sound as well. You gotta have something which is like your blueprint, to be like, people know you know what. This is so and so, you know, without even having to like ask who made the beat, or you know, no, it's the same thing. Umarko, bro, like, nigga doesn't play. Like, you know, what's it, that Kwaito, I don't know what he does to his beats, but they nice. Umzonkong, yeah, and that's what he calls. You know what I'm saying? And you can never take that away from. Even if you make a beat like that, they're gonna say, Umzonkong, or that's a Questa beat, you know, because they know it from where. From Umarko, it's the same thing, because Umarko now is, as I said, is a pioneer. I mentioned that as well. I feel like, you know, is more like a pioneer, because hip hop at the time when he produced like a lot of records, they were in a different direction. But we feel what big direction, you know, and it just happened in a very different way, you know, and that's why it was easy for Ukwesta to earn his spot, because Ukwesta has been doing it for so long, but people didn't even recognize him that much.
It's like Ukwesta, it's like
bada bing, you know.
Why Ukwesta ulo kuza Ukwesta wethu artist in
but
South Africa.
But I feel like he was doing something that was already there, you know. So it was a matter of like him kind of like falling under a certain caliber, you know, rather than like now he's in his own lane. You can't say pinpoint to say value for nah.
Okay, so in before we kill this thing, before we close it off, is there anything that you wanted us to go into and shed some light on that, as far as Nacos is concerned?
As far as Nacos is concerned,
Yeah.
yo,
And an area that's of interest to you, whether it be within the music industry in SA or in life in general.
I'm still trying to think. There's a lot of things, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to pinpoint one thing, bro, which is kind of like so important.
It's just the lockdown. Maybe the lockdown is giving us all a mental block.
No, not even, bro. I've been working. Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted. You know, I've been working, bro. Like, and now that I feel like lockdown just made things even much better. You know, because it was weird because we had to work differently. Now it's just me making beats and then sending them to you, and then you kind of like send me a voice note of like what you did. You know, rather than like I'm used to having, let's say, Ufix in the studio to be like, okay, I'm kind of like, I'm with you throughout this process, because my process has forever been like that. You know, it's forever been as you pull through and we have this relationship and we make the song together. So I believe in it the same way that you do. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why it's easy for me to like market and do all these things, because it's a vision that we did together. That's why it's forever been like, I'm not going to lie to you, right? It's forever been a mission for me to just sell a beat just like that, you know, because I used to sell beats and then umuntu enze into phone, and bro, there's my tag there, you know what I'm trying to say, and I value my work so much, you know what I'm trying to say, and slowly but surely I feel like I want to do things even me differently, you know. I just started not sending out beats like that, you know, unless if, let's say, you pull through, you know, and you're like, nah, play me something. And then there's something in the bag, and I'm like, okay, here's it, let me play it for you. Because, as I said, like, I feel like I want my work to have me a part of. That's why I'm not a composer, bro. I don't like to look myself as a composer who just makes beats, and then I want to be a producer who's like part of the whole process. You know, that's why I made sure I learn how to mix and master. I learn how to do this with vocals. I learn how to, you know, because I just don't want to be a composer. I want to be involved. I want to do this. I want it to sound in a very, that's why
you want to see it till the end.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes let's say an artist comes to record, an artist will trust me about, I record it and they're like, nah, save it, you know. Kusasa mangibuya, I'll listen to it. Muscle wins everything that you need to do. I don't even want to listen to it. Let's work on something. And then they trust me so much with their body of work, and then tomorrow when they come back, I'd say Ilan, and they're not disappointed even one bit. Because I was there throughout the whole process. I understand where the vision is, kind of like where we're trying to take the vision, you know what I'm trying to say? And it's easy for me to like give it 150%, you know what I'm trying to say, rather than like sometimes where I sell you a bit, you know. I'm gonna make that money that you bought the beat for, you know. But at the end of the day, as far as like craft and growing wise, that's why you find a lot of producers who are just chilling in the room with like 500,000 beats. But ask yourself, why are they not going there? Because they don't have artists to like, they don't build that relationship to be like, yo, I have so and so who constantly comes and record. That's why it's gonna be easy for me to like always make music, because I have this person that constantly we have a relationship. I know. 1, 2, 3. I know for a fact. You know what I'm trying to say? That's standard procedure, you know. And you find people. That's why I'm saying I'm trying to do my thing differently, because I invest more in relationships and how you know how much we value each other. You know what I'm trying to say? So I can still do it. You know, sell you a bit, take the money, you know, and then bounce off, and probably you'd never come back ever again. You know, because some other people buy beats hoping that that's their biggest song. Like, that's my problem. I don't write on hope as well. Like, like, what matters is the work. You know, you understand? You can't make one song and be like, I hope this is the biggest song. You know, this is gonna take me to Paris and do all of it. It's not like that, bro. There's a process that goes through. You know, there's, you know, come up, you know, starting to meet different kinds of people, you know, letting go of certain people, you know, and it's very important. And for me, I feel like I have the luxury that I have like a lot of artists to work with, you know, artists that I know showcase irregardlessly, you know, they come to me, you know what I'm trying to say, and we're gonna, you know, that's why it's gonna be easy for you to see my name all the time, because you're gonna be, as much as you're seeing me, as much as you're seeing them, but you're gonna see my name all the time. My catalog even gets bigger and bigger, rather than like me just selling you a beat. That's it, take your beat, go record it, probably make a trashy song, or if it's good, it's good, you know, and I don't even give a fuck, but like, I feel like I just want to do things differently, you know. That's what I say, yo, bro, you're supposed to be, you know, doing, and I'm like, nah, bro, like, don't even look at it that way. I'm growing, you're growing, so that's what matters, you know, because I'm doing this fully, like 100%.
It's not for fun.
I told you, bro, from the get-go, it's not for fun. This, bro, like, you know, I can't just, you know, waste a lot of, like, time is very precious, you know. I can't be wasting a lot of time on doing anything, you know. If I'm doing something, it must be something productive, and it must be something that, you know, I see it's okay, fine, this is where it's going, because, bro, we're getting old, you know what I'm trying to say, and things
Time
have
is
to,
not on our side.
yeah, things have to happen.
As is for this episode. Other than that, for me, I guess that's it for today. Nacos, in closing, if you can just give them your handles where they can find you, if they got the time.
Nah, it's always.
And if you got the talent,
it's always easy. It's everywhere. It's like Nacos_SA. And mind you, the Nacos doesn't have an R, so it's NACOS_SA. So, because a lot of people always look for me and they like put an R, and I'm like, no, that's not the Nacos. That, you know, Nacos Wami doesn't have an R, so it's Nacos_SA. That's me, bro. But thank you for having me, brother.
Thank you for coming on, bro. Thank you.
No handshake, you know. It's different now.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram at GNPS_podcast. You can follow me at General_Njiniela. And you can follow my homie Tiny behind the camera at TinyFilms_. Shut up.
Peace
what
out.
A Q. Boy.
That's my handle.
Hey, his handle is.